Yeah, my eyes look.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to.
Okay.
Yeah, so you pull down your screen so that it's just showing a couple inches above your head.
All right.
There we go. Great.
Okay.
And then, do you have your sticky notes or remembering to look at the glowing dot with your webcam while you're talking? Don't look down at me.
Oh,
Look up the entire time.
it must be hard that lamp down there. Lower that. Right in my eyes. Yeah. Let's see if I can put something like that. Okay. So are we just going, or do I stop, or what do we do?
I just changed over my mic. You can hear me good?
Yes. How am I?
Yeah, you sound good. So we go straight through it. So, okay, yeah, I changed my mic. Might have been louder now.
Okay.
So
So
we'll go straight through it. It'll be a little intro, and then I will move into, then you can say hi, that you're here, and then we'll move into the first question, which is focusing on, what advice would you give to someone that's going online looking for, that they're Googling loan modification, and then you're going to give your advice on, you're not going to go to hire a company, you're going to hire, attorney to do this, and all the advice that we went over the other day.
right.
So you're going to talk about one point that's in reputation, which you're saying go to the bar website, don't go to these other places. Then you're going to go into something about expertise, and then something about quality of service. And then we're going to move into talking about, what would it be like for someone to come and hire you? What type of experience would they have with you? And then the next question is, we're going to add in a couple of extra ones. And you asked me to say, let's see, like I'll just, as you share about those points, I will make sure to ask a question around loan modifications and problems with banks, and that will lead you into talking about that. And then the fourth question is, how do you do it? And then you'll lead into that, and then the final question will be, contacting you, that call to action at the very end. So then it will just end with your, oh, actually, you know what? I should add your phone number to this. Let me go pull up your phone number. Let's see.
212-853-3100.
Let me put that in there. So then it will have your website and phone number, so then they can choose whichever one they want to use. Got that in there.
I mean, my screens, I put the number in, and it shows.
Yes. So yeah, yours is perfect. This one's for at the very end, for the last part, because you're gonna share, where they go, but then at the closing, I'm gonna change my screen so that it shows where to go when I'm talking and closing up the end, so they can see that. So I'm gonna re-edify what you said, and then by having it on my screen, I can also see it, so I don't look down or say the wrong thing when it's on there. So, let's see. Here is our new one right there. Actually, let's see. I'm gonna capitalize these. Okay, there we go. I capitalized the first letters. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, we're all good to go.
Wait, what, yeah, now it's not.
Any other
Yeah,
questions?
that logo is still not looking good. I'm gonna see if I put my picture if it looks better or not. Yeah.
Yeah, the picture would probably look the best because it will be a little bigger.
Where's my pictures?
And right now, if it freezes up any, if it gets a little anything frozen or anything like that, normally at the final cut of it, it looks fine. So we're live streaming, well, we're streaming it right now, so it is being recorded. So that's why sometimes it looks a little choppy, but normally on the final cut, it doesn't look like that.
Okay. Please name your preset to save it. Oh, okay. So is it Kevin or for the name?
You can save it as whatever you'd like. Brand.
I don't see my lower third.
Click on the green circle with the plus sign again.
Oh, gotcha.
Ooh, something got really dark in your...
Yeah, these damn friggin' lights, they're time sensitive.
Oh!
What doesn't happen while we're talking?
You're just too still. There we go. Let me check it out. Oh yes, your photo looks great over there.
Okay.
And that matches, what is up on your site and on your public profile, so that's perfect.
Okay.
Okay, we're good to go. And then if you stumble on a question or something like that, or I do, we can always just start from the beginning and start back over. But like I said the other day, if we need to edit in the video, then it's going to look really choppy, it's going to look really bad, so it's just better to start all the way back over. So hopefully we can get this through the entire time, and if not, that's okay. We'll just start it back over.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to keep it on my screen. And then at the very end, just pause and smile when we get down to the very last question so that there's lots of time for me to cut it off.
Okay.
Okay.
The last question is going to be what?
I will say that I know you have something very special for new clients that come to you, so why don't you tell us more about that? And then you'll go into talking about that free consult and how to get in touch with you, go to the website, call the phone number, that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So that is a very important question because it's the very last one, and that's when they choose, are they going to call you or not? So with that one, just be like direct and tell them what to do. Which you know how to do that, right? Okay, we're good to go.
Okay.
Hi. Oh wait,
Hi.
let's bring it back to my screen. There we go. So whenever you talk, it's going to go to your screen, and whenever I'm talking, it will show my screen, so it'll flip back and forth.
Okay.
And yeah, the light, I know it's annoying.
No.
Get used to. Just 5 minutes, you can do it. Okay, we'll get going now. Hi, I'm Liz Cortez with Business Trends TV, and today I am with let's start back over. Not with Benjamin, Kevin Benjamin. Okay, redo.
Cut.
Hi, I'm Liz Cortez with Business Trends TV, and today I am with Kevin Benjamin of Benjamin Brand LLP. And hi, Kevin, you here?
Yes, thank you for having me.
Awesome, great. Well, I know that we've had some questions from our viewers, and the first one is, I know that you've been an attorney for so many years. How many has it been?
About 25 years.
25 years. So with that, that we have an expert here today. So the question that we got from our viewers is loan modifications, all around loan modifications. And, our viewers are going online. They're looking up, Googling loan modifications. And what advice would you give to them when going online and Googling and, choosing who to work with around their loan modifications?
Well, my advice is to hire an attorney. Loan modifications obviously is a very hot topic the last few years with the foreclosure crisis, and unfortunately there's a lot of misconceptions and a lot of scams out there, and a lot of clients, when you're looking on the internet trying to find these companies, the way in which they find them, they're simply leading themselves to finding the wrong person. You're in trouble, you need to hire a lawyer, not a company, not an attorney-owned company, attorney-backed company, some company that is owned by some guy that used to work for the bank. Those are all scams, okay? A loan modification in the government, a lot of people are talking about the HAM program, the Home Affordable Modification Program. Not everybody qualifies for it. It's not an absolute right. And when you look online and you find these companies, you're finding these people who are not lawyers. You cannot do what lawyers can do, and quite frankly, you can't do anything you can't do yourself. Because if you're going to call the bank and submit an application for a loan modification, don't even bother calling me, just do that yourself. Do not pay anybody money for that. It's actually not legal. So what happens is you call these companies, and they have these slick telephone operators telling you what you want to hear with a fake name, some generic name, and they'll tell you they have a 97% success rate, a money-back guarantee, they've been in business for years, this, that, and the other thing. They'll even have slick testimonials, or maybe even give you a phone number of someone to verify, which could be their cousin you're calling for all you know. You think you're doing the right thing, but you're not. You need to hire a lawyer. And hiring a lawyer, there's a different way to check out an attorney.
Excellent. That was great advice so that, our viewers are choosing the right attorney and choosing an attorney versus a company. Now, once they follow what you just said and they're going online and now they are choosing, between the different attorneys that are in the area, what advice would you give to them once they find those attorneys to choose from?
Well, obviously call the attorney and the law firm and find out who would be handling your case, first of all, because the difference between a company and a firm is significant. Lawyers have law firms, not companies. Lawyers have clients, not customers. Lawyers are regulated by regulatory agencies like the Bar Association or different entities governed through the Supreme Court of that state. Lawyers are not regulated by the Better Business Bureau or these online sites or anything else. Lawyers spend a lot of money going through law school, educating themselves, having continuing legal education, and practicing law in their field, and serious regulatory agencies check them out. You have to be careful in understanding how to check out a lawyer, which most people don't. Most people try to check out a law firm the same way they would check out some kind of internet company. For example, they may call the Better Business Bureau. The Better Business Bureau actually is not part of the government. It's a private company whose sole purpose is actually to make money. They don't check out the companies. If you pay a fee, you get a rating.
That's okay. The light's going out. It's fine. Keep going. Just stand up.
All right, so you want to
There we go.
The question? Where should I go?
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. You're on a roll.
What did I say?
Oh, man. Okay, so that was awesome. Everything you were saying was perfect. So, is there a way to keep the lights on? Well, the thing is now, because it was too long of a space, if that does happen again, just you could stand up real quick, and then and I can actually ask you another question, so then it will go to my screen, and they won't see your screen, and then you could stand up real quick, turn on the light, back on again, if that does happen again. So, because whoever's talking, the screen will be showing, they won't see you stand up, but yeah, it would be now to... If we had to edit it in the middle, it would be super choppy for the whole video. So we'll have to start all back over, but that's okay. You did a great job with that, though. So you got it? Huh?
I didn't get it, though. I didn't get it. I was just getting it.
Sorry, what?
I wasn't finished, though. I didn't explain why. I didn't finish answering the question. How to check out the company.
Well, the light turned off, so we have to start all back over from the beginning. So you have to re-answer them again. So
what's the question again, then? I'm trying to move so keep the friggin' mics on. But
yeah, I mean, so we have to start from the very beginning of the interview. We can't just start from that question. We have to go back to the very beginning.
Okay.
So if the light does turn off again, just stand up real quick. I will make the screen come over to me. Even if you're in the middle of sharing about something, I will just bring it to me. I'll make a comment around it, and then hopefully by then you stood up, you turned back on the light, and then you sat back down. Okay? Cool. Is there anyone else in the office? Well, I don't know. Sometimes it's nerve-wracking. Normally it's nerve-wracking if there's someone else watching you while you're filming. But okay, we'll just start back over. Okay, we got this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm bring it back over to my screen. There we go. Hi, I'm Liz Cortez with Business Trends TV, and on today's segment, I am here with Kevin Benjamin of Benjamin Brand LLP in Chicago. Hey, Kevin, how's it going?
Very good. Thank you for having me.
Excellent. Well, I know that we've got some questions from our viewers around loan modifications. It's a hot topic that has been around for a few years, and I know that you have some great advice when it comes to loan modifications because you've been an attorney for over 25 years. So, what advice would you give to someone going online looking for or Googling loan modifications and they're choosing someone to help them out in that area?
Well, first of all, I would say hire an attorney. Only look for lawyers. If you're Googling and looking for these loan modification companies, they're all ripoffs. There's not one of them that's legitimate. They cannot charge money, and they do. And they can't do anything that you can't do yourself. And they can't do anything a real lawyer can do. So don't even waste your time trying to talk to them, because what's going to happen is they're going to sell you. They have slick salesmen on those sites. They're going to tell you what you want to hear, that they have a track record when they don't, because they're probably a new company, that they have a 97% success rate, money-back guarantee, some slick testimonials. They may even give you some phone numbers of people, former clients allegedly, or customers of theirs, to contact, who could be their cousin for all you know. Real lawyers don't get checked out that way. And there's nothing these people are telling you that you can actually verify. How do you know they have a success rate? Because they told you so? They just want your money. Real lawyers don't even quote a success rate. What does that even mean? So be careful that you don't get scammed by calling some company that tells you that they're owned by a lawyer or owned by someone who used to work for the bank. These attorney-owned, attorney-backed, attorney-model things. Those are all con words for not real lawyers, and they can't do anything a lawyer can really do. So if you're in foreclosure or behind your mortgage or looking for a loan workout, restructuring, you need to contact an attorney who concentrates in either consumer bankruptcy, foreclosure defense, real estate, or hopefully a combination of those. That's what you need to look for online.
That is great advice. Don't go with those companies. Go with a firm. Go with a real lawyer. Now, once you find, a real lawyer firm, and you are, now making a choice of which firm am I going to go with, what advice would you give to that person that's doing that?
A call. Most lawyers in this area will give you a free consultation, or at least talk to you on the phone briefly about what your situation is, because not every situation is the same. Now, what these non-law companies do is they all try to do these slick marketings where it's one-stop shopping and pigeonholes you into like scalable events so they can make money. The real practice of law is not scalable. Everyone's situation may not be the same. You may need a loan workout or mod. You may be in foreclosure. That may be similar. But the facts in your budget, in your situation, in your various options may be different. And you need an experienced attorney to go through these with you. You need a lawyer to tell you about all your options, not just what you're calling for. You need a lawyer to ask you questions, not just quote you a fee. Don't call some lawyer and say, well, how much do you charge for this? If they give you a quote, run. Because how can they give you a quote before they even got to have the facts? So call various law firms and then ask who would be handling the case. Is it a senior partner or is it some associate? Who would you be meeting with? What is the experience of the firm, and more importantly, of the attorney assigned to the case? And then you just get a feel for it yourself.
That is great. Figure out who will be handling your case and give them a call, just like that. So, Kevin, if someone was coming to Benjamin Brand, what type of experience would they have working with you, and your firm?
Well, my firm has a lot of experience. We have been concentrating in the areas of consumer law, bankruptcy, foreclosure, loan workouts and restructurings for a long, long time. If you come to my firm, actually, you'd probably be talking to me. If it's a mortgage issue, I'm going to oversee it and probably be personally meeting with you. I'm not one of those lawyers on TV doing 10,000 cases and it's a scalable commercial where it's all scalable and some associate attorneys going to give you 10 minutes. If it's your house you're trying to save, it could be an hour or 2 hours of a consultation that you may need to really get in there and see what's going on. There's some hard questions. I'm also the type of lawyer who's not going to tell you necessarily what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth. And sometimes when clients come, they've already talked to these loan mod companies or things of that nature who tell you what you want to hear, and that's not what I'm telling you, but I'm telling you the truth. And when someone talks to me and they're finished talking to me, they understand why. You see, companies have customers. Law firms have clients. A law firm's not a company, it's a law firm. And you check out a law firm by either the bar or the regulatory agency that oversees that particular lawyer. You do not check out a law firm or attorney in the way that most people think. Most people think you go online or you call the BBB, the Better Business Bureau. The Better Business Bureau does not regulate lawyers. They have zero say. The Better Business Bureau is not part of the government. They are a private company who make money. They make money by actually, quote unquote, selling ratings. The Better Business Bureau oftentimes contacts companies or lawyers when they have a lot of inquiries, telling them they should join the Better Business Bureau. And for a fee, you actually get a rating. For example, you can Google a YouTube or some CBS, I think it was 60 Minutes. A few years ago, they had a very nice piece on the Better Business Bureau, where the Better Business Bureau gave an A rating to the terrorist organization Hamas. I think it was for like $500. The Better Business Bureau gave an F rating to the famous chef Wolfgang Puck, who refused to pay for a rating. So it's extremely misleading, and they have no jurisdiction or say with lawyers. So here's another problem with the Better Business Bureau. These new companies they try to act like a law firm. They don't put their name on the firm, and if it's a new firm, they may not have any complaints. They pay, they get a rating. Now a person online is induced to hiring this company based upon the rating maybe of the Better Business Bureau. And I'm not suggesting the Better Business Bureau is actually in a conspiracy with these companies. They're not. But they give them the rating when they're new and everything's fine. But it's not till a year or two later when nothing is done and you don't get your money back that you realize that company's out of business with an F rating, and then all they do is change their name. That's why they don't put their name on the door. Real lawyers have marketing restrictions. You could have a generic name, but it can't be like part of the government or try to be misleading. But even if you do that, your advertising has to state the specific attorney responsible for the ad. And most of these generic name law firms that are fake don't have that. And now the new scam is they have these generic fake names that sound like a last name, but it's not really a lawyer. Then they tell you the firm was sold as they change the name, and all you're doing is getting a runaround. You have to be careful on a loan modification if you're in foreclosure. There's two kinds of foreclosure states, a trust state or a judicial state. For example, Florida and Illinois would be a judicial state. That means they have to sue you to foreclose. It's litigation. It's a procedure. Okay? So they foreclose to start the time frame to get the house. Then the banks pretend to be modifying your loan, or this loan mod company pretends to be working with somebody, but they don't give you a price or a number or anything. Meanwhile, tick tock, you're getting closer to losing your home. It's called dual tracking, where they're foreclosing at the same time that they're actually pretending to be modifying your loan. And if you ever try getting a loan modification on your own with the lender, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, do it yourself first before you try anybody else. because that's how you're going to do it. And then you realize the frustrations and why you need a lawyer. There's actually things you could do in court to help yourself. For example, you could file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy and do a loan modification in conjunction. These banks used to tell you that you can't do that. The U.S. Treasury, who oversees the, like for example, the HAMP, Home Affordable Modification Program, they even came out with a directive, 10-02, effective in June of 2010, telling the banks to stop saying that. Of course you could do that. But with the Chapter 13, you have a federal court order stopping your foreclosure. There's no more foreclosure. You then propose the modification, if you're going to be doing that, inside the Chapter 13 in the court while the foreclosure is stopped. Now you don't have to worry about losing your home, right? Also, what you have to be careful of is sometimes people don't understand they may not qualify for a HAMP, or they may not even need one. And that's where you really need a lawyer, because the non-lawyers aren't going to tell you your other options and why.
That's great, Kevin. Oh, from all that you just shared, you just gotta hire a lawyer, right? With all those different scenarios, and the customization that happens with each case. You just gotta hire a lawyer, right? And so I know that you have something very special for the person who's watching this right now and new clients that come to you. So why don't you tell us more about that?
Well, if you call me, first of all, you can check me out. I'm an attorney. I'm licensed in the state of Florida and Illinois. In Florida, it's actually the Florida Bar, which is, I think, flabar.org. And in Illinois, it's not the Chicago Bar Association or Illinois Bar Association. It's the Illinois Attorney and Registration and Disciplinary Commission, the ARDC. And their website is iardc.org. And then you click on that, and then in the upper left-hand corner, there's a lawyer search. Put last name, put first name. I actually go by initial J, Kevin Benjamin. So if you're checking me out, for first name, put J with no period. Otherwise, you won't find me. You think I'm not a lawyer, but I am. So you find me that way, and it'll show you when I was licensed, and it'll show your bar history, any disciplinary actions against you, all these kinds of information. How long have you been a lawyer? That's how you check out an attorney. Also, to make sure you're still in good standing to practice law. And then, when you meet with your attorney, you want to talk about their background. Are they licensed in the federal courts? I'm licensed in various federal courts in different states, appellate courts. I'm licensed before the United States Supreme Court. I have my trial bar license. Has the attorney ever tried a case? Are they prepared to go to court? What option or options can that attorney offer you? So if you call me, you get a free consultation on the phone or in person, and I'll sit down with you for a half hour, 2 hours if I have to, and go over your option or options, the pros and cons of each one, tell you what each will cost you, give you my opinion, how you could pay things, and you, the person, has to make an informed decision. And you'll be surprised about what you could do and what you don't know. For example, you think you need a loan modification because you have all these bills, but you don't know how to qualify. So you come to a loan mod company which takes your money, and maybe you have 2 mortgages. So now you're paying on the second mortgage. I have so many people come to me, they're in foreclosure, but they're still paying $200, $500, $700 a month on a second mortgage when they have negative equity. What a waste of money. In a Chapter 13, there's a thing called a lien strip. For example, without spending too much time on this, if your home is worth less than the value of the first mortgage payoff, and I'm talking about a fast sale, lower end value, every second, third, junior mortgage after that is wholly unsecured. It could be a lien strip. Let's say you're paying $1,000 a month on your first mortgage and $500 on your second. You're paying $1,500 a month and you're trying to get a loan mod. Well, guess what? You can do a lien strip. You just save $500 a month. There's your mod. And at the same time as that, you won't even need bank permission for that. Or, depending on how far behind you are in the mortgage, you could do a Chapter 13, get a court order stopping your foreclosure. You pay your current mortgage payment starting 30 days later, maybe even with a lien strip, and you pay the arrears over 60 months. And now you don't need a mod, and you don't have to even ask bank permission. Now, maybe your arrears are so high, you have to ask for a recapitalization or capitalization of your arrears, meaning put it on the back end. That's a lot easier to get done when you're not trying to lower your payment, because you may not have to. Otherwise, a 13 is a personal restructuring of your debts. Maybe you have a large car payment. Maybe the car is so old, you could actually lower that payment while keeping the car. So in other words, people don't realize sometimes they have the money to pay the mortgage. And you can restructure your debts to do so without a modification and lose nothing. There's also something called an individual Chapter 11, which most lawyers don't do. Most people think a Chapter 11 is for a corporation, and it is. But an individual can do a Chapter 11. Sometimes they have to, but you can. It's a way to restructure your loan over, for the arrearage, more than 5 years, up to potentially life of the loan. You may have 25 years left on your loan. There's all kinds of options, Chapter 11, 13, lien strip, offering a HAMP inside there, restructuring other debts while you're doing it to save your home. So if you want to save your home, you got to talk to a real attorney, someone who concentrates in real estate foreclosures, and in my opinion, should have a bankruptcy background so they know how to handle things for you to save your home. And you got to realize the first step on any credit issue is getting out of debt, saving the problem, and then moving forward. Anybody who thinks they're going to get some kind of modification from some company and they're not going to have to file anything, there's not going to be a credit hit, or the bank's just going to waive negative equity, is living in a dream world. Okay? You got a problem, and it can be resolved, but you need to speak to a person, an attorney who concentrates in loan workouts and restructurings, who can give you options you never dreamed of. And I offer that for free, the consultation.
Wow, that is awesome, Kevin. I put up your website right below me, benjaminlaw.com. Also, your phone number is 312-265-2743. I'll also have a link to your website right below this video. So if you're watching this right now, click it. Oh,
53-3100.
Oh, I copied and pasted a different number. Oh, man. That's okay. We'll follow your number over there. Cool. Well, thank you. There we go. Follow the number that is on Kevin's screen and right below this video. So I just want to thank you, Kevin, so much for doing the segment with us and really educating, myself, but also the viewers in this area of loan modification so that they do not make the same mistakes that so many people here in the U.S. have made around this area. So I just really appreciate your time and all of your knowledge that you shared with us today.
Thank you.
Great. That's it. We did it.
So I guess when it goes dark, you just flash like my number or something, how you do it, or?
Yeah, I flashed it. I just copy and pasted from your website. So there must have been
probably a tracking number. I mean, my website has 35128530000.
Yeah, mine is coming up with a different phone number for you. Mine is coming up with the one, so you must be using a tracking service to know where these phone numbers come. So since I was in California, a different number showed up.
Well, I don't take clients in California, but I mean, it could be. Yeah.
So that's interesting of how, I'm looking at it right now, and that's what, this is your website.
So I maybe I should have stopped talking and let you ask more questions. I was answering the questions you were going to ask anyway.
Yeah, no, you did great. No, that was great that you just went on to the next questions, and it's okay that I didn't ask them. That's okay. That was fine. I realized you're answering them already, so it was a good flow, and it was good like you were talking about one area and then focused off. And even though I said the different phone number down at the bottom, it still should be fine because we said it's down below the video, and most people will click on the link or, do that and then go to it. So even though there was that little slip up, it should still be fine. Because we don't want to film the whole video over again, right? No. Cool. So yeah, that's how that looks. Way to go. How do you feel about the video? I mean, you haven't seen it yet, but how do you feel about your performance and?
Yeah, I'm annoyed at the lights and.
Yeah, that is pretty annoying.
I just.
That's right.
And I complained to my landlord many times. So I work late. These things are on timers, like on a week. It happens all the time. I'm working, it goes off. I got to stand there. It's annoying as hell.
Yeah. Well, you did really great at having that happen.
Huh?
Yeah, you did really great at having the lights go off, but you just like scooted back, stood up, and you stayed right focused on what you were talking about. So that was excellent that you were able to do that versus stopping. It's nerve-wracking when you're being filmed, but then to deal with the lights and just something that we had to do. But that's what's cool. Everyone knows that we're filming live, so stuff happens and it's live. So.
Okay.
It's more real, if there are little mess ups or whatever, because it's live and it's not perfect like a commercial or something. So it should be totally fine. I wouldn't worry about that, and no worries. And then when someone comes in, you can just make a joke out of it after this video. But so what I need to get from you next is just a real quick video testimonial about your experience up this far. I know you haven't seen the video yet, but you just talk on the 4 W's. The first W is who you are, so share your name and your firm. And then second, where you are, so say you're in Chicago. Third W is what benefits did you receive, so learning about Google Hangouts, the video, all that. And then the last one is why would you recommend us to someone else?
Okay, so this is a film or a survey I'm doing. What do I do?
Yes, you're going to just say it right now. I'm going to turn myself on mute, and then you can just...
What are the 4 things? Who am I?
It is who, where, what, and why.
Okay, who I am, where I am, what's the what part?
For the what section, that is what benefits did you receive. So we did the Google Hangout. I know that the last time, normally I do reputation training, but I know when we went into the training last time, you didn't want to learn about that, so I just skipped it, and we talked about other stuff, so I skipped that part. So you don't have to share about that because you didn't learn that area. So just share about the Hangout process, filming the video, just everything that we've done so far. Then the last part is why would you recommend us to someone? Okay. So this is Business Trends TV. I think Jimmy is the one who contacted you, my field producer. I think it was Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
somebody contacted me on LinkedIn, and then I got Jimmy. So there's 2 different.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I have a few different field producers that contact, and they see who would be a good fit for learning about reputation management, and then also doing the video hangout series and everything like that. But so yeah,
what is the reputation training? I don't even remember.
Yeah, well, we didn't go over it, and so I skipped that. But I can go over it today after. Oh, excuse me. I can go over that today. But for reputation, it was sharing with you about some new things to be watching out for around your reputation online. That even if you aren't focusing on that area, and like how we educated the viewers, on how to go to look at the bar websites. Don't just go to Yelp or Google or look what's on there, or BBB. Go to these other places. People are still going to Google. They're still going to Yelp. They're going to those places. And as of 2012, every single business, as long as you have an address, you have a Google Plus listing. And so the training was around how to make sure that you have a team, paying attention to that area, what to do when you have good reviews, no reviews, or any bad reviews. So the training was all around that.
How much is the training?
How much is it? Yeah. How long?
How much?
It's like, oh, well, you're getting this whole process for free. So we're in beta right now. So we aren't charging you for this. And once we complete the beta, which will probably be in a couple of weeks, because we want to work on all the kinks and get this all going, then we'll be charging $3,000 for it. But you are getting everything waived because you are giving us the 2 hours of your time, an hour, we did dress rehearsal, an hour for film day, and then you're giving us 3 business referrals and then this video testimonial. So yeah, everything gets waived. And the training, takes about 15 minutes or so, depends on how quickly I talk and how many questions you have.
For the repetition training?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I mean, I can make an appointment with you for that. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, no, we can actually do that after this video, do the first one. I'm sorry, I just thought you weren't interested in learning about that, so I skipped over it last time, so I apologize. I skipped it for you. I was like, I don't want to bore you if you don't want to learn about it, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, we can go into it here, and then after this, and then you can ask your questions there, because we're scheduled for an hour. I mean, so it takes about 10, 15 minutes or so to go through everything. But why don't you just do a real quick 4W testimonial. I will mute my screen so it will not come over to me, and then just go say whatever you'd like, 30 seconds.
Who, where, what was it? Was the Google Hangouts and the videos, and then why I recommend Business Trends TV.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to mute myself.
Hi, my name is Kevin Benjamin. I'm an attorney, and I'm ready? Okay. I'm Kevin Benjamin. I'm an attorney in Chicago, Illinois, and I learned a lot with Business Trends TV on how Google works, Google Plus, the Google Hangouts, how effective this could be maybe for some marketing or for some instructions for some clients. And I would definitely recommend Business Trends TV. They were very professional, and the videos could go on YouTube. They could be emailed to your clients. They could be put on your web page. They could be used in an enormous amount of manners, more than you think. And this is a very good, effective thing for any professional. Thank you.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you for doing that. You got it. That's all I needed.
Okay.
So that's another thing that's great. If you do get some video testimonials or even written testimonials from your clients, the 4 W's is just a simple model to follow. That they're just very clear, concise, and so when someone reads it or watches a video where someone's sharing about your firm, then the viewers just listening, and they're able to pick up on why they need to hire your firm and what benefits they receive. People care about benefits. Sorry, what?
In high school in the 80s, I had a history teacher, Mr. Anderson, and years later, I still remember, he'd always say, this is pigeonhole, who, what, when, where, why. Everything was everything he did. This is what you're doing. But it still sticks in my head.
Here I am talking about that again.
Yes. So what's this reputation thing?
Cool. Let me pull that up. So what I'm going to do is I actually do a training, just overview on the rehearsal day, and then we go more in depth today. So what I'll do is I will go over the training that we were supposed to do the other day. I'll go over that real quick, and then I'll skip over the review slides, and then I'll go into the more specific stuff. And so I know we're scheduled for, we have 7, or wait, when did we start? Oh, wait, we started right at 2:45, my time. How much more time do you have right now?
I mean, I could do it now, or I could do a time with you during the week.
Yeah, now would actually be best, because at the end of this, if you're seeing, getting benefit from this, then at the end, we can talk about doing a customized specifically to you and your firm.
Okay.
And I can do some research around the area to see, what's going on with you specifically. So this is more general, and then if you choose, you say, yeah, I want to do that, which since we're in beta, there's no cost to you for that. Normally charge $497 for it. So there's no charge for you if you want to do that. Then we can schedule another time next week. So there's plenty of time for my team to do research and look around your area and put together a whole report for you. Sound good?
Uh-huh.
Okay, great. So I am going to pull up the screen. This one. I'm going to scoot this over so I can see you. A little corner. Oh, you can see your website moving around in the background. I'll pull this down some. There we go. Okay, great. So we took a look at that slide the other day, and when I asked you which one you would buy, you said, I wouldn't listen to that. I would, choose whichever one has the best food, or, someone gave me a recommendation for.
Mm-hmm.
But people that are going online, this is what they're looking at. They're seeing, if they Google anything, they're Googling attorney and Chicago, Illinois, this is what they're finding, and then they're making a choice lots of times based on these stars that they see, because, they're not educated to go look at the bar, these other areas, and this is what they know. That's what they've been trained to do. So most people would choose service number 3 because it has 5 stars and 6 5-star reviews. So reputation is super important, just like you shared, in the video, being very professional and, showing your options, telling them and honestly like what they need to do in their situation. That's very, very important. And how they find you is, I'm going to keep it on my screen so it doesn't flip back and forth. There we go. Okay, and so how they find you is a lot of people go online. So online marketing, has totally changed over the past couple of years. And right now, Forbes came out just a few months ago with an article that content marketing is huge. So that's that video that we did, that was called content marketing. And so you shared about, videos, you saw the potential that you could create a video for a client, sharing a video about what is loan modification or what is a foreclosure or what are steps to do, some of those topics you share over and over and over. You could definitely share that online, put your phone number and your website at the end, and then direct people to your website by educating them. So that's content marketing. So lots of things have been changing, and most people don't know about it. Okay. And so I'm going to go into 4 of the game changers for you. But first, when I talk about reputation management, what do you think about, Kevin?
Reputation management? What comes up on Google?
Yeah, that's right. So most people, when they think of their reputation, they think about how managing it, managing what's going on. However, the most effective way to marketing isn't just reputation management, it's reputation marketing. So it's taking that reputation, that good reputation, sharing it up online, having videos or those testimonials that are real people. And you shared about, how do you know if these are real? It's just they could have had someone just type it out there. Well, when I'm talking about reputation marketing and marketing that reputation, that means that there is a link to their Google Plus profile. There's a link to their LinkedIn profile. There's a link that's linking them back from your website who this person is that's leaving that review, that's leaving that testimonial to you, that video, so that people can see that it is a real person. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to marketing. So reputation management is obsolete, and you don't make money managing, you make money by marketing, and marketing what's really great about you. So there's 4 game changers. I'm going to go through these quickly. So 80 million Google Plus pages merged with each company's website, which reveals the reputation. So what that means is, that's what I shared a couple of years ago. Without anyone even knowing it, Google said if you have a business and an address, you're going to have a Google Plus page. And so what that means is that anytime someone searches for any company name plus their city, they're going to see the reputation. And so, for example, here's what it looks like in this case for this dentist. There could be someone that's just searching for directions, to your law firm, and so they're going online, and then they're seeing what pops up. And in this case, this is a bad. This isn't good. 15 out of 30. There's no stars there. You're not seeing any. There's only 10 reviews. So, you want your clients to be seeing what great stuff people have to say about you, because there are other attorneys that have reviews on them, good or bad or whatever, and people are always comparing. So moving to the second game changer is that reviews are a major ingredient of online marketing, and you've got to have them to compete. So what's going on right now is there's lots of businesses that aren't paying attention to these reviews because they're like, these aren't important, and they're not paying attention. However, people that are going online, this is what they're looking for. Of course, they're looking for review or recommendations from their friends, their mom, their brothers, sisters, or getting recommendations from their friends. But there was a new study that came out last week saying that 90% of people who go to get a referral, they actually still go online too just to even check them out. So they're not even trusting 100% from their friend. They still go online. So bad reviews, they show up everywhere. And they show up Google Maps, they show up pay-per-click, website rankings, local directories. They show up everywhere. So those are what these are over here. And for this guy up here, he's actually paying a lot of money to have this ad. However, he only has 3 reviews versus this company here has 30 reviews. So if someone was comparing, they'd be like, why doesn't this person have so many reviews? And that's what the public's doing when they're going online. And the marketing game changer number 3 is that SEO, social media, and pay-per-click and local marketing, none of it works anymore if you have bad reviews online. So I haven't pulled up your reputation report yet, but I'll pull that up at the end. So I don't know what there is online, if there's anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Did you say that you know?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So yeah, we'll take a look at that. So this is what most people do, the traditional thing when they create a website, make it look all cool and fancy, then they add SEO, they do some social media, and then they are say, hey, I need to work on my reputation now and build stars and have people write reviews or whatever, and that's what they do. However, this is the totally wrong way to do things now, because you're not in control of what people say. Someone could get mad. They came to a free consult, or your receptionist answered the phone and she had a bad day, and so then the person on the other end, they're not even a client, and then they go online, they leave you a bad review, and it tarnishes your reputation. So this is actually the total wrong way to do things. What you actually want to do is first build a 5-star reputation, and then you want to market that reputation to get more, in your case, clients. And then the last game changer is, reviews send you pre-qualified, pre-sold customers because buyers trust reviews. They trust them just as much as personal recommendations. So according to Brighton Local, they did a survey, and they found that 79% of buyers trust reviews just as much as personal recommendations. Some more proof around recommendations sending you clients is because buyers trust reviews. Here is one of our clients, and they wrote us, said, hey David, just a heads up, I had a new patient today that found us online. I asked her if she'd looked at any of our before and after pictures, and she said that she skipped that and went right to the reviews. That sold her, and she dropped $4K on us on our first appointment. Thank you, Bill. So this is from Dr. Bill. He's down in Florida, so one of the states that you practice in. He's down in Florida in West Palm Beach Gardens, and so people aren't trusting those testimonial pictures as much. But now when they're seeing a Google Plus or these different reviews and it links back to their profile, like even Yelp, you can write anonymous things on Yelp. But when you write a Google Plus review, you have to have a Google Plus, you have to have a YouTube channel. There's a lot more things you have to have in place, and so it's a lot harder for fake reviews to go up online. So, yeah. Man, your light just keeps going on and off. Man, your landlord better change that. Frustrating. You have to stand up and do jumping jacks or something. So, just a couple more slides here. So, you've heard of Nielsen Global and Trust, right? That's small. It's kind of small. So Nielsen, they're one of the largest surveying companies. My family participated in the TV, growing up. We had one of those TV boxes from Nielsen. But, they were taking a look. They did the study to see what extent do you trust the following forms of advertising. So they want to see, okay, how does this work? So taking a look at the results, first place right here is recommendations from people that you know. So that is 92% of people completely trust this, which, of course, that's what we think. Most people give a referral, and they send them, that's how you do business. What's interesting is since the online world has been changing, so many people are using their cell phones or Google to make choices, and they're checking out reviews, and that's actually 70% of people completely trust consumer opinions posted online. And then what's really interesting is that editorial content branded website, and emails that you sign up for, they're not being as trusted as they used to. And of course, and then one of the most expensive forms of advertising is ads on TV, 47%. So not as many people are trusting these anymore when you compare it to recommendations from people that you know, and then consumer opinions posted online. So that's why it was great in your video that you educated people, not just to go online and just to go check Yelp and Google Plus and all those review sites, but to go to the right sites for them to check out the attorney at the bar or the different ones that you recommended, because consumers, they don't know. This is what they're doing. This is what all stats say. Right. And then, so are we talking about online or offline? Well, I'll answer that for you. We're talking about both of them, because it doesn't matter if you do TV advertising or magazines or radio advertising, newspaper, internet, or social media. Anytime someone hears your name, they're going to go to Google, they're going to type it in, and they're going to find your company listing, they're going to find your website, they're going to find, anyone that's talking about you, and not company. Sorry, I said company. I said keep switching. Not company. All these slides say company. So your firm, you can tell these aren't specific slides for attorneys, but when they're looking for your firm, this is what they'll see, whatever your company listing is or what people are saying or blogs that you've written. So this is the time where we can go and pull up your reputation report. So we'll see, what's up online. So I haven't done this yet, but you could also go here too anytime. It is yourrepreport.com. And we'll make sure I type in the right phone number. I won't cut and paste it like last time.
Your rep.
Let's see. So yes, I'll put it inside the chat box for you.
Okay.
And you can just copy and paste that over. There's the chat box. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Oop. Move this over there. There we go. So yourrepreport.com is where I just went. And then your phone number, what is it?
I have different numbers, but 312.
312. Then 85.
Well, on the webpage, it's 0000. 853-0000.
Yeah, there's mine.
Yeah, that's weird.
You see it? Yes, that's so strange. You must.
Huh.
This is you, right?
Yeah, if I go to benjaminlaw.com. See, if I go to it, it says the 000 number. It's a tracking number. So. Yeah,
so they're seeing, hey, I'm out in California. Don't answer this crazy girl. She needs to call someone in California. No, I'm just kidding.
So it goes to 265-2743.
Yeah, so yeah, 2743.
Yeah, it's a company.
Yeah, so it's tracking me.
It's called Reach Local.
Oh, okay.
You know them.
Yeah, we use tracking service with our clients as well. I'm not on the fulfillment side of things, so we have these technical guys. I know all the basics, and I would coach a business, but they do all the technical stuff and setting up. But cool, so I got the number right. 312-853-0000. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to save this beginning part here. Oh, you can click on the video to pause it.
Then you're going to need to learn the secret.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, so I'm going to click that. Okay, so it's not pulling up that number. It's probably because that is the tracking number. Oh.
No, that's the real number. Try 3100.
Let's see.
312-853-3100.
And then 3100. Okay.
I mean, the tracking number is only been a month old, so no one's going to have anything on that.
Yeah, so what it looks like is, yeah, it isn't pulling up, and I've seen this when there are tracking numbers, because there are so many numbers, and then Google's getting confused with it. So another thing, another way we could take a look and look up is, And then Chicago. Okay. Wait, but this isn't you. This is someone else? Benjamin Legal Services? Or maybe this is an old listing?
Before it was Benjamin Brand, it was Benjamin Legal.
Okay, so what is going on? So this is
I haven't been in Michigan Avenue in 10 years.
yeah, so this is something that when people are typing in this is what they're seeing. So a really key thing is to update this or delete this. Get it down.
Because like I had a client in December, he's sending me something, and then he's like, I sent it to you, and he said I was out of town, so I Googled your address. I said, you sent her an address for that was 10 years old. I mean, so why you sent to the address I gave you or on my signature line? So it's weird. But how do I don't know how to change. How do I control that?
Yeah, you have to log into your Google Plus, which this is why it's like you have to log into Google Plus because this is so this is what happened. So 2 years ago, Google automatically made so like I have a business as well, and so I have multiple Google Plus pages because there's multiple locations, and now there's all these pages. So you can go in, you can delete it, you can change the address on here, change the name, change things so it is what's now, because this is what, when people are pulling it up, this is what's popping up.
Okay, so
so this is wrong.
So Benjamin Brand has a Google Plus, and Benjamin Legal's got a Google Plus.
Yeah, so I think since you have Benjamin Brand, see what that looks like. Type in law. Because the website's Benjamin Law, right?
Uh-huh.
Or is it, did I type it in? Okay.
BenjaminBrand.com or Benjamin?
I'm not. BenjaminBrand.com, Benjamin Law.
But anyway, so that's how you find
it. I'm not able to find it. So I'm not sure. So when someone is looking for directions, what would they type in?
They look at my webpage and there's directions. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so that's something important. Get that one down. That way people don't get confused or they don't, like, it's great you have no reviews on there, that there aren't any bad reviews or anything like that on there. So that's good. So that'd be something, just get that down. Okay, cool. So let me go real quick back over to here. You learn anything?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm going to skip some of these. Let me see. Let's skip. Okay. We'll start here. Now it's going to go big screen. I don't know. Sometimes this will go big screen. Sometimes it goes small. So the first slides were just a review. I'm going to go through these real quick. I can't see you, so if you have questions, just interrupt me, and then you can ask your questions. But I'm going to go through this quick because I'm sure that your family wants to see you on this Saturday, right? So reputation marketing, let's go a little bit more into why it's vital to a business or to your firm. I just saw, actually, yesterday, Ryan, the CEO of this company, he did another interview with an attorney. I don't know what state it was in, but I was like, huh, it's interesting. This week, 3 attorneys we worked with. Normally we meet with doctors, and so somehow attorneys are finding us. I know we connect with you through Yelp, but this week 3, I haven't seen that yet. So now we've learned so much about attorneys and making sure we're using the right lingo, firm and client. I'll never forget that. But so consumers, they're looking up on average 10 reviews before making a decision right now. So what the studies are saying is this one was done by Demand Force, and they said that 70% of consumers trust a business with a minimum of 6 to 10 reviews. And then before, on the last slide that I showed you from Bright and Local, they said that 70% of consumers trust reviews that are online. And then the other one was Nielsen Global, said that, what was it, 79% of people trust reviews that are online.
Right.
And so I'm seeing reviews, that's where people go, that's where people are starting to make decisions, whether we like it or not. So what the studies are showing now is that without 6 5-star reviews, your firm or your business isn't trusted. So this study right here was done over at UC Berkeley. And I know it's talking about restaurants, so that isn't your specific area. However, you can still apply some of these techniques to that. And so what they found is that restaurant ratings can increase a restaurant's business during peak dining hours by 19%. And what that means is that they just increase their star rating of a 1/2 star. Now, restaurants, totally different. They have hundreds and hundreds of reviews online, good, bad, all kinds of reviews online. For business like a firm like yourself, they're not going to have hundreds and hundreds of reviews and a 1/2 star rating. That could be challenging if there are some poor ones. But applying this to you and what you're doing is, what would it be worth to just have one new client per month, or one new client every couple of months, or one new client a week? I mean, that would be huge to have a new client, whatever you could take your hands on. So, I mean, on average, I know each case is different, but on average, what does a client pay for your services?
Okay.
What would that one client be is if you were able to get one new client from having a reputation online? What do you think that would be worth to you? Like how much per year or how much per case?
I don't know. There's not a flat fee. I mean, and some clients don't pay. So.
Oh man, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
Well, I guess dealing with foreclosures and bankruptcy, they're having a tough time financially. So, man, I guess that does make sense that they don't pay. But hopefully they do. But okay, moving on to the next one. So the definition of reputation marketing is building a 5-star reputation online and leveraging that reputation to get more clients. So how do you do this? Well, there's lots of ways to do this. We call this the reputation marketing strategy circle. So part 1 right here starts off with building your reputation to get reviews. So here is an example of a feedback form. What that means is that we're not telling people to go directly to these sites, leave a review, because most people don't have profiles set up. They don't even know where these are. They forget, whatever. So what we have put together, and we do this with our business too, is we'll send this out like after a strategy session and ask our clients, how do we do? Like, how did the staff do? How was your strategy session? Are you getting the results that you want in your business? What do we need to improve on? So we are getting feedback from our clients, and then at the end of the form, it asks, will you give us feedback, like a couple sentences? And then if they choose and say they would give us 5 stars and they give us some positive feedback, then what pops up is a little link. It says, hey, do you want to copy and paste this feedback you just wrote to one of these sites over here? And most of the time people say yes. And so they not only told us all this feedback here, but they also posted over here. And so this is one strategy on how to get those reviews. And so we when we set up stuff for companies or for our clients, then we will set up 3 different forms depending on if it's someone that has used a service or just different practices, so that you can get feedback on either your staff at the front or the other lawyers that you work with, or whatever you want to do. So then the second step is marketing that reputation. So lots of companies, they will put their reviews up on their website, or some of them, like that one that I showed, Demand Force. I know I've talked to a lot of people who use Demand Force, and that's another company similar to, not really similar, they do reputation monitoring, but they don't show the reviews unless you're paying them this monthly fee. And Yelp does the same thing too. They don't show your reviews unless you're paying. So what good is it if you're sending people to Yelp, you're asking them for a review, and then you have to pay them for them to show show it online. That's frustrating. So what we do is we help put together a specific sales strategy, for you, so that you are sharing these online and sharing them. You're getting them over here and onto your website, and then
So who
to
charges?
other
Yelp charges, and who else?
Yelp, Demand Force. Those are just a couple of them. Yeah. Yeah. So Yelp doesn't, like, they don't charge for you to post reviews up there, but if you have lots of, let's say, bad reviews, or you have even good reviews, lots of times they will show the bad reviews and they won't show the good reviews until you pay them the monthly fee, which is very frustrating. So yeah. Yeah, we our guy that's head of fulfillment, so that's in charge of, making sure that all of our clients are taken care of, he actually used to work for Google. So he has contacts like at Yelp and these places, so he will like contact them and like ask people like take stuff down or whatever, because he knows how that all works. That's all like complicated and all this stuff, but we put together strategies that's specific for you and what you're doing. So the next step is to manage that reputation, monitor it, and then engage on that on a daily, a weekly, and a monthly basis on the different places. And then the last part is creating that culture for your firm, because you, as one of the partners, you are understanding about reputation management and marketing. However, you want everyone from the person that answers the phone to the person that books the appointments to your assistant to, anyone that comes in contact or has, doing any PR, anything, you want them all to be educated and inspired to create that culture, that 5-star culture that, that is really awesome, that your firm is known for. So we want everyone to be on the same page, no matter if someone new comes or whatever. So then you just keep repeating this circle over and over and over again. And then some other ways to also develop your 5-star reputation is, for like right now, I'm sure you have lots of clients that, you've been doing this for 25 years. You have probably a huge database of clients that you've worked with, and you have their addresses. So one way to reach out to them to say, hey, leave us a review, is to send a postcard or business cards. This is what, ooh, my computer's going to die soon. Oh, man. Can you hold on one second? Let me go grab my charger real quick. Oh. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's not have my computer die. On it too much today. There we go. Great. Oh, excellent. Okay. So then having business cards, what this does is it helps, when someone leaves your firm, they can just take one of these. It helps remind them, oh, I need to leave a review, because that's what lots of people do. They forget. They don't know how to do it. It's annoying or whatever, but I just saw lots of people are going online. This is what they're looking for. Then another great way to get people to leave you a review is to send an email to them. So you can send an email after, they come in for an appointment or, anything like that, but we have a bunch of email templates that we put together that you can send them to clients that you used to work with, current clients, or even new clients that come in. And so by having these systems in place, you're not, spending a lot of time yourself doing all this stuff. Someone else is doing it, and then, your staff is trained so they know, to how to implement this. And what's really cool about when someone leaves a review, like what we have with our system, we have an assistant that as soon as someone leaves a review, she gets a notification. She gives that person a call and asks for a referral. And so what's great about that is as soon as we call that a referable moment. As soon as someone gives a compliment, or they tell you thank you, or they just are just so excited, you got them all taken care of with whatever they were dealing with coming to you, then that's the perfect time to ask for a referral or just put it out there. They may not have someone right there in that second,
Yeah,
but they may.
Lawyers can't call people, so if they give us a number, we can't call them.
Oh, really?
That's soliciting. You can't solicit.
Oh.
I mean, they can tell their friend to call us, but you can't say, "Hey,
Oh, okay.
hi, Joe Schmo. I heard you need to file bankruptcy." Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're
So your assistant isn't able to call either?
No, you can't.
That's
Lawyers
still
can't
okay.
clients.
Oh, okay.
You market, but you can't. No.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so then for you, sending an email, yeah, so getting the referral, if there would have to be
Well, I mean,
something
email
that
companies.
they would need to do. Yeah, they would need to, so with this, it would be like they need to be the ones to give a call. So I'm sure probably your clients, they might not even know that. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So
We get
yeah.
referrals. I get referrals. People I don't even know who so-and-so referred me. Great. I don't know who that is.
Oh, wow, that's excellent. But they have to call you. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so there's lots and lots of ways, to develop 5-star reputation, get more clients. There's lots of ways, and this is, one. Oh, I already showed you the private review page I talked about, and then posting strategy, knowing, what to do, where to post, how to put that up online, and all that kind of stuff. So that's a lot of stuff. So I taught what you just learned right now is video review marketing. That's what we did when we did the 5 Ws. So you actually know how to do that strategy now. And most of these strategies that I've told you about, you actually have learned how to do a lot of them from this training that I did with you over these past 2 times that we've met. So this is one, the video review marketing. You could do that with your filming your own Google Hangout video. It just automatically records, and you can automatically stream it to YouTube, to Google+. You don't even have to edit it. You just click record, click end, and it's done. And so other ways to do it is website marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, maps marketing. That's making sure people can see you. So deleting that old profile, getting that down offline so people don't get confused or send anything to that address that's you don't even have that anymore. And then also, sales marketing, how you're going to put all this together. So that's how you manage that's how you manage and market your 5-star reputation. Whew, I went through that really fast. Any questions from you so far?
No.
Kevin? Okay, cool. So what we do is we personally train your staff on reputation management, develop your strategy to get more clients, build your 5-star reputation every day, so you can focus on what you're awesome at. You don't have to worry about this stuff. Monitor all the top review sites, send detailed alerts of new reviews, also the poor reviews if any of those come on. There's a loop feedback form, so review reports that you get. We help respond to bad reviews or work with your staff on responding to those bad reviews so that people will take them down or they will change them. Posting those reviews to your website or blog and then one other site, and then daily posting of reviews, Facebook, LinkedIn, and social media. And so if you were to hire someone to do all this, how much do you think it would cost, Kevin?
$497 a month.
Good. That's a good guess. I've had some people say $50, and I'm like, really? That's a lot. That'd be a good deal. I don't know if you could even hire someone in another country for $50. Yeah, you're about right. Yeah, it could cost that much because you're having to hire multiple people to do each of these pieces. A lot of times you won't find just one person that is able to do all of this stuff. I know for myself, I know all this stuff to teach on, however, to actually implement all this stuff and all the technical stuff, I don't know how to do that. Hire someone else to do it. But yeah, you're right. So that could be $400, $800 a month, and then over the whole year, you're spending a lot to get this done. And most partners or owners of the business, they're not doing this themselves. They're hiring someone else to do it. So I did tell you that if you would like, what I can do is put together with my team a step-by-step strategy session where we take a look at, what are those areas for you to focus on that will make a big difference with your firm right now. So it'll be step-by-step. So it will be problem-solution format. So let me take this off of the screen. You can see me. I don't have to look at that slide anymore. So it'll be step-by-step problem solution going back and forth. Okay, here's the problem, here's the solution. It'll be actually detailed, very detailed. And at the end, email it over to you so you have a list of everything on there that, one, you could do yourself, and figure out how to do everything that I list out there. Two, you could hire someone to do it for you. Or three, you could choose to work with us and have us do it for you, the experts, and do everything that's on that list. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And so if you want to go to that next step, we can definitely get that scheduled for you. And if you don't, that's cool. I will get you your video over to you after I get your 3 referrals. So we'll get that edited. The video should be edited by like Monday. So what would you like to do next?
About what?
Oh, did you want to do the step-by-step strategy session?
We could. Is that a you got to pay first for the?
No, you don't. I don't have to pay for that. That is actually, you're getting that for free because we're still in beta right now. So yeah, that's normally not $4.97 for that, and it's normally about 30 to 45 minutes. But we go in depth into each area. Whatever my team finds, that's what we'll cover. And so I schedule 30 to 45 minutes. We'll go into that, and then yeah, at that point we can say I'll email this to you.
Okay.
So I email it to everyone, and then you can do it yourself, choose someone else to do it, or then choose us to do it. So it's pretty simple like that.
So when can we do a session?
Yeah, so let me pull up my calendar, and then let's see. What is a good day for you next week?
Okay. Maybe Thursday. Well, it's like about a half hour, 45 minutes. Wednesday.
Yeah, let's go for 40. Let's go for 45 minutes because it just depends. I know that there was the one thing about having multiple listings. Mm-hmm. So since that's up there might be some more of that kind of stuff. So I want to definitely give you all the strategies around getting that team down and what to do around those areas. And so since you've been, you've been practicing for 25 years, there may be more stuff online that we need to focus on. So let's go for 45 minutes. So let's see, Thursday.
Wednesday, Friday morning.
And then, so for your morning, your Central Standard Time, what time?
On what day?
For you? On Thursday or Friday?
Thursday, let's do 10 o'clock.
So 10 o'clock, that would be 7 our time. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 7.
You want me to do later?
Let's see. Oh no, let me see. Yes, so 7 o'clock works. Our time.
10 o'clock will be 8 o'clock your time.
Oh, it'll be 8 o'clock. Oh, 2 hours. Oh my goodness, I'm saying Eastern. Actually, no, I already have an 8 o'clock. Because I want to try to get Ryan, the owner, to be on here because you may have some questions for him, or I'm still learning about all the strategies and everything, and so he'll probably have some more. So I'd like it if we could both be on. That way you get 2 people sharing with you, advice on what to do in the different areas. So I could do 7. So we both could do 7 our time, which is 11 your time.
It's 9 my time.
I mean 9 your time. Does that work?
On Thursday?
On Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes, that works? Okay, great. Okay, so I will add that in right now. Great, so that's Thursday the 3rd. Yeah, the whole rest of the day is pretty booked up. There's only 1 other hour on that day, so he's a busy guy.
No problem.
Cool, so yeah, so your video will be all ready at that time, and so I'll get that over to you. And then just before then, if you can get me over, I'll send you an email with a link to the three business referrals for us. And then if you can send that to me by the time we meet here, that'd be great. And then you'll have your video. We'll be all good to go. I'll have my team have their strategy session I'll put together for you, and then we will do that. And so if you have any other questions or anything, just send me an email, and then I'll get back to you like that. Cool.
Sounds good.
We're all good to go. Oh, your light turned off again.
Yeah.
Okay. Now time to relax. You already took off the tie. You're done. Cool, Kevin. Well, great. Thank you for doing this segment with us. I think it's going to look great, and you really are educating people in Chicago. And I'm sure other people than just in Chicago will see this video and make a big difference so they don't make mistakes with loan modifications. I definitely learned a lot. So thank you so much. You have a great rest of your weekend.
Nice seeing you. Okay, bye.